Yeah, hello, welcome back. Today I have another 4x4 door. I know I've already made two others on my channel, but this one is by far the smallest one I've ever made. And so I just had to make a video on it. So let me show you what it looks like. As you can see, it's completely seamless. You can walk on through, visit your pet squid, and come back out. The closing is pretty quick too. The animation itself isn't the prettiest thing, but for the size, it's pretty fair. Let me show you what it looks like. And that's it. It's actually within the piston size on the sides and the top. The bottom, I had to go one block lower just because I couldn't fit it otherwise. But yeah. So the only other version I've really seen at this size is Sydney's version, except his uses a different concept at the top where it buds to power the last retraction. Here I have a T flip-flop that double fires this piston only on the opening, and on the close you can see it gets locked. But yeah, let me show you guys how to build this. So this should be everything you need. It's not a huge door, so it's pretty simple. And let's begin. So to begin, like always, you're going to want to pick a spot for the door and go one block off the ground, putting 4 pistons just like so. And if you put blocks on there, this is where your floor is, and you can build a frame now. 4 sides on each. You can understand where the door itself is. Okay. So now let's copy the bottom side and put another 4 pistons facing straight down onto these blocks, if I can get that. And on the right and left side, we're going to put a piston facing straight up, diagonal like that, and copy the top. There you go. Now we're going to go out 3 pistons and put 2 of them facing towards the center in the middle blocks, just like that. And this is our piston layout. So since this door is 2 blocks wide, if you want this side to be flat and only 1 block thick, we're going to go to the opposite side. This is where we're going to build all our circuitry. So the only unsymmetrical part of the door is the bottom. So we're going to put a block there and a block there and 2 blocks like that. This is the only part that's unsymmetrical. Everything else you can just copy to the left and right side. So we put 2 pieces of redstone dust there like that and a lever here. You can see this controls the bottom. Then we're going to take a sticky piston, place it on both sides, pointing away underneath the far left and right pistons with a block in front of it. Then you can put a observer like that with a piece of redstone dust on top of the observer. So diagonal to this block, piece of redstone dust. Next is you put a block here with a piston facing towards the side with the lever. Block diagonal with a piston facing towards the lever side, and a observer reading this piston facing into that block. Okay. Now from the back piston, right here, we're gonna have 2 pistons, like that. Block here. Same thing on this side, piston, piston, block. Then from here we're gonna have a observer facing straight down above these 2 pistons with a repeater facing away from this blue block set to 4 on both sides, and a piece of redstone dust there and there. You can fix the pistons if they broke. Okay. Now have a observer reading this, a block like that, so it reads the redstone dust, a block right next to this piston, redstone dust there and there. Take your furnaces, place one here and here. It could also be obsidian or any immovable block. That is a solid block, of course. And then read this redstone there and there, and have a block like that. Okay. And that's pretty much the whole blue circuit. So the next one is the double fire of the retraction. The next circuit is a green one. This controls the retraction side and is what locks the opening and closing. So right underneath this piston right here, we're going to have a piston like that, and the same thing on this side. And then from where the face is, we're going to have an observer reading it, pointing to the left and to the right, with another observer facing straight up into a block with a piece of redstone dust. Block, piece of redstone dust. So it'll look like that. And pretty much that's actually the closing completely done. For the opening, it won't pull back the full block, so what we have to do is add another circuit that double fires this piston. So from where this piston is, I have an observer facing straight down, one block below this blue one, with the repeater set to 4, pointing away from the block. So blue wall, observer, and a repeater pointing away from the blue wall set to 4. Now if you go underneath this observer, I have another one facing straight down, and another one facing towards the center at the piston. I'm going to place a block right there. And that's pretty much the whole door. If I fix these blocks here. Oh, and don't forget, you also have to put blocks right in front of this piece of redstone dust. That's how it double fires. And there we go. That is the whole door. Then you can just fill in your blocks like this. And yeah. Before I go, I'm just going to quickly show you guys how to power this door from both sides so you can open and close it with a button. So from where this blue wall is, that's where the lever was originally. We're going to have a repeater there and a redstone block there that runs into the repeater. Then if you can pick either left or right, doesn't really matter. We're going to have a piston one block away like that. And then if you go one block away again, we're going to have an observer facing into this piston with another one facing the back of the observer. So now pretty much if you run this wire, or if you run a wire, make sure you also don't have a block here when you're building the door. You know, it could be like a piece of dirt or something, but that will break it. So anyways, you can just have a line of redstone dust on either side. As long as it powers this piston with the observer, it'll open and close it. And you can do it from both sides. It's connected together. But yeah, thanks for watching.